hello, everybody. How are you doing this evening? I am Eve with the Baby's Booty, and we are going to sublimate all the things tonight. Oh my gosh, we got so many things that we're going to sublimate. I am super excited about it. Just as long as my printer continues to cooperate, we will have a lot of fun this evening sublimating all the things, right? So I'm going to show you guys, here are some of the things that we have on tap tonight. Let me see if I can't swing this over just a little bit more, a little bit this way, no, a little bit that way. There we go, there's some more stuff. So we have our, we're going to try to do a tumbler, but while we're waiting on one of our other things to come off of the heat press, we will see if I can't find my shrink wrap, because for whatever reason it's missing. And then of course we have this super awesome mug, and we have a dog collar. We have numerous ornaments down here in the lower corner. We got a coaster, we got another coaster over here, ceramic. We have a photo slate. We have some coasters. These are linen coasters. We even have a mouse pad. Let's see. We have another type of wood ornament to do. We have a letter to do. We have a zipper pouch that we can do. We also have some shell pendants that we're going to put some pretty designs on. And then we also have a jar opener right here that we're going to sublimate. So we have quite a few things, and there's even some more things sitting over here on my desk that I'm super excited about. We're going to try and get done this evening. And in addition to that, I'm going to go through a couple of these things, or grab a couple of these things, and whatever it looks like we can't get to, we'll see about doing a giveaway. How about that? We haven't had a giveaway on the channel in a while, and when we do the giveaway, oh my gosh, y'all know how I am, I forget stuff. So you'll have to send me your address, you'll have to email me your address, and this particular giveaway, I don't care where you live, just let me know what your address is, we'll ship it to you. One winner per tonight. So if you win one thing, you can't win something else. We're gonna keep it fair and keep my shipping costs down. And in addition to that, what we'll do is have like a random type drawing thing, and I'll go ahead and get that set up while we're in the middle of sublimating stuff. All right, so super excited about that. Then we also have our handy heat press cam sitting over there so that y'all can see my dirty heat press, and that's where we're going to go ahead and press all the things. And then we may, if I can find the shrink wrap, we will do our oven, which is right there beside the heat press, and I'll switch the camera to the oven if I can find the shrink wrap, right? All right, y'all, so that's what we got going on tonight. I don't know if we're going to get through all of this stuff. I'm super excited, and I want to say a special thank you to dyetrends.com. They are the absolutely beautiful folks who took the time to go ahead and send this stuff over to us so that we can show you guys all the fun and cool things that you can do with sublimation. Y'all know I am a huge fan of sublimation. We do sublimation here on this channel. We have DTF, we have embroidery, we have vinyl, we have rhinestones. So sublimation is one of the many things that we cover and we teach here on this channel. However, sublimation is one of the cooler crafts that we do. And the reason why I really absolutely love sublimation and think that it's the bee's knees when it comes to the crafting industry is because there are so many things that you can sublimate and make money off of if you want to. Now, if you're trying to get into a business, sublimation is where it's at. I really can't emphasize that enough. Like, for instance, I've been talking a lot about DTF lately. I even went live Friday? I think it was Friday. And we talked about DTF. We went through the whole DTF process, and I showed how it's lucrative, how you can actually print out the transfers. You can sell transfers if you want to. You can press shirts, you can press hats, you can press shoes, you can press bags. you know, the whole list of things you can do to make money off of, which is cool. It's very, very cool. But what DTF doesn't do at this moment is tumblers, keychains, pet tags, all of this, a lot of the stuff that we have back here on this table, the DTF doesn't do. And the extensive list of things you can sublimate, from glass cutting boards to can koozies to, you know, huggers, can tumbler huggers, you know, the list goes on and on and on. And so dyetrans.com has a awesome list of things that you can look at and, you know, get lost in. We'll go ahead and show that really quickly. Let's transition over, and you can see all you have to do is go to dyetrans.com, which is up here in the upper upper right hand corner in our address bar, dyetrans.com. And then when you go to sublimation blanks, oh my gosh, y'all, you can do shop all sublimation blanks if you want to, or you can go based on this long list of things that you can purchase to sublimate, and everything is made for sublimation. You don't have to do any prep work whatsoever. Instead of, you know, a lot of people like to go to Dollar Tree and they'll buy, you know, like for instance, a cutting board from Dollar Tree, which will not be 12 inches by 8 inches, by the way. But, you know, they do have cutting boards, but you have to laminate it in order to get it to work. This, you buy it for $10. If you get 6 to 23, actually, if I'm remembering correctly, if you let them know you are a member of the Baby's Booty, when you place an order, you do get extra coupons and whatnot. So if you were to purchase this, all you got to do is buy it and sublimate it, girl. You ain't got to do anything. You don't have to do anything at all. Everything on here is already made, already set up for you to make your sublimation life easier, okay? So definitely check them out. They have the full gamut of all kinds of things that you can get and sublimate, from ceramic tiles to just photo glass, just pieces of glass that you can sublimate and put in a frame. They even have outdoor signs. They have indoor signs. Y'all, I can't continue to go over this list, because if I do, we will never finish this show. We will not finish it. So, how is everybody doing this evening? I want to do what we always do on this channel, and I like to say hello to the beautiful people who take the time out of their Sunday evenings to come in here with us and chill out and have fun with the activities and the shenanigans that we deal with here on this channel. And I want to say hi. And right now, I'm thankful that the stream is going good. So hopefully, y'all, let's keep this up. Y'all keep it strong. We're going to hopefully get through this Sunday without any buffering, all right? And if we do, y'all forgive me, because the different cameras are set up so that we can look at everything, and I really didn't want to have to switch the phone back and forth. So we're going to try and make this thing work with the cameras. But meanwhile, I like to say hello, so let's say hi to Robin Bryant. Thank you for joining us this evening. Tanyu is in the house. Hello, Tanyu. And thank you, Tanyu, very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. She is a member here on the YouTube channel, which financially supports our channel, and we are eternally grateful for all of our supporters and like to give them a special shout out. So thank you, Tanyu, for that. Isabel Morgan, good evening to you. Miss Lila Nelson, thank you as well for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Miss Ethel Smith is also a YouTube Hoop Group member. Thank you very much for your support. Inspiration Creations from Canada, hello. Mary Brown, Linda Starzinski, hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. EJ Star, hey, love, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We definitely appreciate it. Miss Sheila Cushionberry. Hey, Sheila Cushionberry. How are you? Loving Autumn. Hello. How are you? So Crafty's in the house. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Diana Henderson says hello. Shay Johnson says hello. Miss Beverly Smith. Hello back to you, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Gail Moore. Thank you for joining us this evening. We really appreciate you joining us this evening. Leela Nelson is giving the prayers to make sure that the channel goes through like it's supposed to, and hopefully it will. Kingsbury's Crabs, hello. COVID Homeless Action Plan, good evening to you as well. Thank you for joining us. Let us see. Nancy Rivera, it's all right, Sheila. We went on and snatched him right on up out of here. Nancy Rivera, welcome. Thank you for joining us, and I appreciate the commendation. And thank you for supporting the channel for the time that you've been watching. We really appreciate that. Evelyn Evans, hello. How are you? Welcome. 2011 Miss Max, hello, and thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We really appreciate it. Linda Owen says hello. Hey, PJ Coppage, how are you? We are a crafty family, aren't we? Marissa, hello. How are you? Patricia, hello. How are you? First time live? Well, thank you for joining us this evening. We appreciate you being here. And hopefully you'll enjoy the sublimation party we have tonight. Stand for something or fall for anything. I wanted to make sure I read that right. Hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Debbie D. Hey, Debbie D. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Harmony Ling is in the house. Hello, my dear Miss Hat Creator herself. Thank you for joining us and for hanging out with us this evening. Hey, Pearl Lucas. How are you? Deborah Harris Neal. Hello, how are you? Happy Sunday to you as well. Let's see who else we got in here. Miss D. Ashley, hello. Thank you for joining us this evening. Linda says they have great products. I also like you don't have to buy by the case like some other places. That is true, Linda. You can buy by the piece or you can buy in bulk. That's the cool thing. And then, of course, if you buy in bulk, the price goes down. So that's the other thing I do appreciate about Conde Systems. And I think if I'm remembering I saw correctly, and I'll double check the website, but I'm pretty sure they just recently added anything over 200 is free shipping. Of course, I'm sure there's some limitations there, but I saw that and I was like, ooh, somebody might have to put in an order for me. So we'll see. Christina, hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Galena White says, I realize that I can layer an image over itself for a larger image than my printer can print, and it has no line if I sub it on fabric. That is absolutely correct. You can always layer and piece pieces together to make a bigger image, which is very helpful for those who have the smaller printers. Jennifer Allison, hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Ms. Knick-Knack Nurse, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us as well. Marjorie White says, glad you are doing this show. Just bought a brand new heat press to start a sublimation business. Well, the cool thing, Marjorie White, about this channel that we absolutely love here, which I really didn't expect it to take on when I first started doing it, but we love doing it around here, is when you get a new baby, we ring the bell for you. So congratulations on your new heat press, Marjorie White. That is something worthy of celebration. Yes, congratulations. Yes, we appreciate you letting us know you got a new heat press baby in the house. So let us know whenever you do start sublimating and show us pictures over in the Hoop Group if you're not already a member on Facebook. We would love to have you over there. Gorgeous Rose, hello. Carla Woody, hello from Lenore. Welcome, neighbor. How are you? Patricia Dixon, Simone Warren, good evening to you as well. Let's see, Sisters United by Love. Hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Miss 143, welcome. And granddaughter Bailey. Hey, Bailey. You guys, welcome, and thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. So, granddaughter Bailey, give your grandma a big old hug from me and let her know that that was all the love I have to give for being a supporter of our channel. Let's see, Latanya York, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I think this would be your first time, if I'm not mistaken, or leaving a comment. I don't recall your name. Marianne, welcome. Diana Henderson, do you have to have a license, like a retail number, to order from them? No, Diana, you do not have to have a license, thank goodness. Diane McCoy, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We appreciate it. Latanya York says, I had a Janome 400E delivered last week. Yay. Well, congratulations to you, Latanya York. Holler. Woo! Yes. Congratulations on your baby. Yes, that's what's up, girl. You have fun with it, Janome 400E, and the same thing applies. Whenever you do work on something new with your baby, please post a picture in the Facebook Hoop group. We would love to see it. We like when you share crafts of the things that we got going on. Sherry Castro, welcome. Thanks for joining us this evening. Glad to have you here. Shayna Krause, good evening, my love. How are you? Welcome. Thanks for joining us this evening as well. Diane McCoy says, Eve, do you have any videos on heat presses? I received one for Mother's Day. You already talked about a heat press, right? Just a regular heat press? I do have, oh, this is your fourth fly, Latanya York. I apologize. I don't recall, because York is an interesting last name. I know a York family that isn't too very far from me, and they are actually from a town called York. So that's why it, kind of like clicked in my mind when I saw your name. If you are talking about a regular heat press, I do have several videos on different things that you can heat press. But specific to a heat press, I think I have one on the multi-part heat press, the one that does like the plates and the mug and the hat and the whole nine. I think I have one of those videos, but it would have been a while ago. So if so, I will see if I can't find it, and then we'll see about posting it. Hey, Lori Newmaker, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Always a pleasure to have you in here with us. Sylvia Vang says, hello, your videos are always so informative. My red line multi-needle is supposed to be arriving either tomorrow, Tuesday. Woo! Yes, girl. Ooh, I can't wait to ring the bell for that, girl. And did you let them know you were part of the baby's booty? Because you get an extra set of hoops if you order a red line, and let them know that you part of our crew. So that's one of the cool things about what we got going on around here. I try to, whenever someone reaches out and they're like, hey, you mind promoting this or promoting that? Sure, have no problem with that, but please offer something to my folks, because we all like a good deal. Why not? And if y'all are going to order something, you might as well get something out of it. So that's why I appreciate Redline, especially for at least offering some hoops for you guys. So you guys, thank you for joining us this evening. Let's go ahead and get started with doing some sublimation tonight, because what I did do, if you are a member of the Facebook group, then y'all already know. I posted it in Facebook this morning, y'all. I was up till darn near 4:30 last night for a couple of different reasons, but the main reason I was up was because my printer died. My sublimation printer, we had to do CPR, mouth to mouth, emergency surgery, overnight stay in ICU here. We had all the tubes and the beeping and the cardiac monitor, the whole nine going on with this printer last night and this wee hours of the morning this morning, and I was just like in disbelief, because I decided that it was, well, first of all, it wasn't printing yellow because I let the sublimation printer sit. It's my fault. It is definitely my fault. I can't blame anybody but myself for that. But I let the sublimation printer sit too long without running it. All right. Now, that's the one thing I said about my DTF. The white ink will clog if you don't run it on a regular daily basis, basically. But with the sublimation printer, I'm like, okay, you go a couple of days, without printing, you'll be all right. So I went a couple of days before and hadn't had any issues. So I was like, I'll go a week. I've been a week, didn't have too many issues. And so I was like, you know what, and it's been a while. So the last time I printed, it didn't print my colors well. And so I was like, well, you know what, you acting up. I don't have time for this right now. I'll deal with it later. And so I walked away from it. I hate I did that, y'all, because I should have paid attention and tried to figure out what was going on then. But when I tried to print yesterday, or the last couple of days I've been trying to print, it wouldn't print yellow. So I fought with it. I cleaned the printer out. I tried to flush the lines. I tried to clean the print head. I finally got it to print yellow, and all the other colors were printing, but then I saw blue. You know how you do the print nozzle check thing? The blue was kind of spotty. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a full hardcore cleaning. Why did I do that, y'all? Oh my God. I took it all the way apart. I took the print head out. I flushed the print head, blah, blah. I just knew I was doing a good thing. And that sucker said, you know what? I'm not printing anymore. And I was devastated because I didn't know what was wrong. My printer wouldn't print. So come to find out, I believe what happened was when I was flushing the print head, I put too much air into the print head, and therefore when I put all of it back together and put the ink back to it, the ink wasn't getting down into the print head because it was full of air. And so it just wouldn't print. It wouldn't print anything whatsoever. Y'all, I was sick as a dog because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to get another printer. I can't do this right now. I can't afford it. I was trying real hard not to fall out. And even my husband was like, you know, just, it's okay. We're going to get you another printer, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, okay, I'll breathe. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. But then somewhere late yesterday evening, my brain was like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be sublimating stuff live Sunday. And I was like, oh, no. How can I sublimate live with no printer? So I was like, oh, my God. So that's when all the emergency surgery and stuff went down. But we got, I think about 4:30 this morning, I got everything printing but yellow. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take that blessing, that small blessing, and I'm going to deal with just those three colors, and I'll fight with yellow. We just going to have to print out stuff that don't have yellow. But as fortune and blessing would have it, and after reading over it in the forums, they was like, just let it sit overnight, and a lot of times it'll start back working the next morning, and it did. So my yellow is printing now, and hopefully we'll get some really good prints. Here is some of the prints that I did before you guys came on tonight because I didn't want to waste too much time, even though I'm wasting time telling y'all this story. But I wanted to make sure that we had some stuff to go ahead and press while we are doing templates and getting the rest of the stuff together. So what I did go ahead and print was the template for the dog collar. All right, I did the template for the dog collar, and then when I thought I would know where the shrink wrap was so that we could do the plastic tumbler, I went ahead and printed that as well, but I need to find the shrink wrap, so we may have to put that one off. But meanwhile, what I'm doing is I'm cutting out the dog collar so that we can go ahead and put this on the collar since the heat press is on and it's clicking, so it's live. Now, again, when you do sublimation, you have to mirror sublimation because, of course, when you press it and then you take it off, it will read the right way. So this collar will fit my dog, and as irony would be, her dog collar broke. My son bought her a new collar a couple of weeks ago and it broke, so this will be a nice new collar for her. And my dog's name is Lily, and a lot of times I go out there and I call her Silly Lily, so this is Silly Lily that I'm going to put on the collar like so. All right, now when you look up the instructions for this collar, let me see if I still have it pulled up. I may not, and I may have to look it up again. Okay, this is for the dog tag, and I also printed out the dog tag. Here it is. So here are the instructions for the dog collar, and with the dog collar it says cover the bottom of the table, which we always do. We always put down a sheet of butcher paper on the heat press. Then we need to lint roll. A lot of folks don't realize lint rolling their substrates is very, very important. So lint roll to make sure there's no lint. Then we want to put the collar face up on the bottom table. And I'm going to have to make sure that the plastic clamps on this thing is out of the way too. So I'm going to angle it a little bit to make sure that that's not under the press. And it says to pre-press for 5 seconds after you cover it with butcher paper. Okay. Then we need to get the transfer and spray it with the Pro Spray, which I'm going to show you guys that. Somebody asked me just today, do I still use that Pro Spray? And Yes, I even use it with other things other than sublimation. So I absolutely love this pro spray. It's the best spray. It doesn't gum up. I can't rave over that Dye Trans Pro Spray enough. And then we're going to put the substrate face up, which means put the collar face up, and then we'll put the image face down on top of the collar, and then press it for 60 seconds as shown up here for 400 degrees. All right, so I already have the heat press set for 400 degrees. I already have the time set for 60 seconds, so we can go ahead and do that. So I'm going to open this up because, as I mentioned, the dog collar is plastic right here, so we don't want any parts of this plastic under the heat press at all. All right, so I'm going to angle it a little bit. Go ahead and put this on the heat press and pre-press it for about 5 seconds like it says, and then we will spray this and lay it face down on the heat press and press it from image down. Okay, so that's the recommended way to do the heat press. So let's go ahead and get that set up. I'm going to switch the camera to the heat press camera because that's where I'm headed. Let me grab the spray, and the butcher paper is already over there beside our heat press right here. And here is the Pro Spray. Absolutely love this Dye Trans Pro Spray. Y'all just don't understand how good that stuff is. I absolutely love it. So let's get our butcher paper, and I will go back and check comments here in a moment once we get the 60-second press going. But for right now, we're doing the initial 5-second press. All right, so I'm angling it on the heat press to make sure that that plastic buckle over here stays out of the way. So I'm going to do the pressing over here on the edge. Now this would be perfect if I were to use my smaller heat press, but I don't have that out and about and ready to go. Actually, hold on, we need another piece to go on top, even though I could have folded that over, but I'm just going to do a separate piece. All right, so let's make sure that's still up under there. Lay that right there at an angle. And then, what did we say? 5-second press. All right, so I'm going to hold this out the way. Do 5 seconds to go ahead and heat that up. All right, and now that that's heated up, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to spray the substrate. Now, the reason why you spray this is so that it will stick and not move once it's being pressed. All right, so I'm going to center this. Now, the cool thing also with Dye Trans is they give you templates when you make the purchase of the like when you buy a collar, you get the template in your downloads so that you will have this to go by and follow for your design. All right, so we got it sprayed. Let's go ahead 400 degrees for 60 seconds, and we're going to let that sucker cook. And while that's cooking, we're going to come back over here and see what we got next going on. All right, so the next thing we have already printed out is I have the dog tag right here ready to go, and I have a face mask ready to go as well. So I'm going to check the dog tag and see what the dog tag time is. So let's see. Well, actually, it pulled up the face mask. So let's see what time is on the face mask. 1 minute and 15 seconds at 385 degrees. So I would have to let the heat press cool off. Our 60 seconds should be about up. So the dog collar. You know what I didn't do? What did I not do that I said we should do with that dog collar? Who noticed where I messed up? P66W. Who noticed that? All right, let's get our heat press switched over. Did somebody remember and see what I didn't do? What did I not do? Whew, that was hot. Certain thing fell on my foot. The transfer fell on my foot. It was warm. So here is the dog collar. It is warm, so I'm going to set it off to the side and let that cool off. So we got our first sublimation project done, so I'm going to throw this away. I do not reuse transfers because, butcher paper. I do not reuse butcher paper because it can transfer the ink from the old to the new. All right, so who noticed what I didn't do that I specifically pointed out? Lint roll, y'all, man. Oh my gosh, y'all, I tell you what, it's a trip to get old and not notice. I used the Pro Spray on t-shirt and didn't press it high and long enough, and now it won't come off. Washed it several times. I would definitely, now I haven't had an issue with that. I don't know what color shirt you use. I haven't ever had an issue with that, but it doesn't mean you can't have an issue with it. So check with Conde Systems and see what they recommend, if there's something that can be done with that, but they'll let you know. But I haven't had an issue. But so knowing that, I would do a test spray first on what type shirt did you use, so that we'll know what to recommend if someone does want to use that type of shirt, whether or not they can get that spray off of there. Could you also use heat tape? Yes, you can. You can definitely use heat tape. Heat tape is always an option. The thing with heat tape, though, you have to make sure you use a good quality heat tape, because if you don't, the tape can stain your substrate. So let's go ahead and we're going to grab the dog tag. The dog tag, I'm running out of battery. We'll come back and watch a replay. Sorry, I missed the live. Uh-oh, Linda. Sorry about that. Make sure you holler if you need to know anything or ask any questions. Thank you, Miss Lori. It is a super cute collar. I don't know. I was just trying to throw something together. Trying to make it work. All right, so here is the template for the dog tag, all right? And what we're going to do is lay this. Now, I'm pretty sure this is double-sided. Pretty sure this is a double-sided dog collar. Now, one of the things that I like to suggest that I don't have sitting right here with me is in the other room, and I can grab it. But I like to spray alcohol on the hard substrates like this, mugs, tumblers, stuff like that. Just spray it off and get fingerprints and stuff off of it. But I'll have to grab that. I don't think that'll be a problem. Like on this side it might, because I saw something sticky on this side, which is what reminded me that I like to wipe it off. But this I would definitely use the heat tape with, and the reason why is because the spray is generally for your softer stuff like t-shirts and stuff like that. But yes, I have used heat tape even with t-shirts, so yes, that is a possibility. Now, as you see here, the dog collar is like the perfect fit inside the lines of this collar. So there's a good, not collar, but dog tag. So there's a good possibility that black line will transfer over if you don't cut it out with just her name. So I can do that. I can just go and cut out her name. Now the lines you can leave there to help make sure it stays straight. However, keep in mind, as I was mentioning, if you don't like do a fill-in or something like that to take away the white background, it can leave those black lines as the outline. So to show you what that looks like, we'll leave it just like this, and then we'll put this on the thing. Avery Head, thank you very much for the super chat in our group. We really appreciate it. Woo! Yes. Thank you very much, Avery Head. Is that the right? I don't think that's the right your right login though. So you may want to check that, because I know you don't like to come in on the wrong login unless they fixed it for you and showed you what to do. I don't know. But yes, we could do that. Diane McCoy says it's a heat press 7 by 3.8, just a mini maxi. So that should be okay. That should be okay, and it should work just fine. Marianne says she just finished sublimating a coaster and a towel. Hey, Angelia Baker, how are you? Marianne, I bet that's super cute. Please be sure to show that to us so that we can see it in the hoop group. Let's switch us over to the heat press. I'm going to grab the heat tape. And we are going to, and I'm going to grab the alcohol. Almost forgot about the alcohol. All right, so here is our heat tape. I have a jumbo size heat tape thingy, and this is my little bottle of alcohol. And what, again, I generally like to do is just, you know, put a couple of drops. Usually I'll spray it, but I don't have the sprayer right here. And just wipe it off. Nothing super fancy, nothing super serious, just something plain like that. And then I proceed to touch the front of it again, like a boo-boo head. But at any rate, so here is the collar, and I just laid it within the outline. All right. And like I said, I know that this is going to actually leave those black lines when I press this. But I'm aware of that, so it doesn't hurt my feelings in the least little bit. And this is for Lily, for her new collar. I probably should have put her name in the same color red as we did the hearts on the background of her new collar, but I did not. All right, so here is her collar. All right, and we're going to press this the same way. Lord Father, I done drew a blank. Our transfer face down onto the substrate. Okay, now we still need our parchment paper on the bottom. And I'm going to try to do a small piece so that we're not wasting transfer paper. And then here's our dog tag, and we're going to put it face down. I'm going to tear off another little piece and put over the top of that. And we're going to do this one 400 degrees for 60 seconds, just like we did the other. All right, so that should hopefully get us where we need to be for the dog tag. And I'm going to check and make sure that that is where we were supposed to be, because I should have checked that ahead of time. And yes, it is 60 seconds for 400 degrees as well. All right, so the next thing we're going to try is, instead of doing the face mask, I'm going to hold on to that so that we can do a sublimation project from scratch. And I'm going to come back over to the heat press. We got 22 seconds. So what we'll do is we will choose the coasters. Well, let's do the luggage tags and the ornaments, because they're kind of flat and we don't have to adjust the heat press too terribly much for these. So I brought those over to the laptop. 3, 2, 1, and boom, we're done with this. And I'm going to take this off to throw away. And I'm going to move this off to the side for the time being and let it cool off, because those pet tags, the aluminum, is very hot. All right, very, very hot actually. So I'm going to go ahead and put our next piece of butcher paper down. This is going to be for one of the luggage tags and the ornament, and I'm going to set this to the side so that we'll have it. And switch back over to, this time we're going to go to our desktop. Okay, so we are going to do a luggage tag from scratch. So here's the luggage tag, one of them that we're going to do, and we have several actually. Here's another, and then we have a regular luggage tag that we can do. Then we have a star ornament that we can do, and then we have another ornament that we can do. We had several ornaments in this package, which is fitting considering that they sent this as a part of their Christmas in July sale. Okay, so what we want to do whenever we are ready to do a project is we grab the template. So let's start with the star. U4331. And as I mentioned, you will get your downloads in your folder, your account, whenever you purchase it. All right, so let's extract this. And then I'm done with that, and we'll go back into Photoshop. So when we go into Photoshop, I'm going to place embedded, and this was, what was that again? The star was U4331. So the U4331 folder is right here, and I'm going to grab the Adobe Acrobat document and place it onto the desktop. All right, and you can barely see it, so let's hide the background. And here is our star. So I'm going to move it up here, and I'm going to, let's see, that's a star ornament. So let's place a picture. Actually, let's go here to download. And we're going to find, hopefully fairly quickly, McQuackins. And we're going to place a McQuackins right here. Now, what I want to do is get him where he'll fit into that star area. So I'm going to hold down the shift key so that I don't make him skinnier. I wanted him to stay proportionate to his original picture, so it will resize him evenly. And then I'm going to position him where he's in that star. And actually, I'm going to bring him just a smidge bigger so it'll cut him off just a little bit. All right, so that's what we want to put onto the star. So to make sure that he prints with the star in the forefront, I'm going to come over in the list and drag him below the star so that he is behind it. You see how he's hidden in certain parts of the star? And so that way, whenever he prints out, he will print out in this area only. Okay? So that's ornament number 1. So let's go ahead and grab ornament number 2, which is U4193. Let's make sure that's right. So we'll go back to the website, and it's just this easy. U4193. Let me make sure that's what I said. U4193. Search the templates, and here is that ornament, and we're going to download it. And as soon as it hits, it opens up in the zip folder, and we're going to unzip that. So we'll extract. And I need to remember that's U4193. Go back into Photoshop. Make sure that our signal is still good. And we're going to place embedded. Now, I'm not that proficient with Photoshop, but this little bit I learned how to do. So I'm sure you can mask and all of that jazz. I don't know how to do that. So I'm doing the only way I know how to do. And I've been able to make it work. So let's place this one. Here's our next ornament. And if you're using Photoshop and you bring in the design with the Photoshop file, it will come in at the right size, so I don't have to resize anything as far as the template is concerned. So with this one, we're going to place another design. I'm going to do, let's see, let's go downloads, and let's see what we got down here. Oops. Come up, I could do another McQuackins, but that's not super fun, I don't think. I definitely don't want to do me. Not cute enough. Ooh, we can do hoop as a group, so let's do hoop as a group with this one. Oh, that's got a white background. Let's see if we can take that white background out. So for the time being, I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to do the magic eraser tool. And boom, 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 boom. boom, bam, boom, and take that out the middle, take that out of that middle, out of that middle, out of that middle. And I think the dots and the A's and the E's are small enough where it won't make that big of a deal. All right, so let's shift, hold down shift, and resize this. Get it a smidge bigger. Nudge it down, and I think that's sufficient. All right, wait a minute. Let me see. Now I may need to nudge that up so I can make sure it goes around the hole. All right, so there's our ornament number 2, and it is not after that one. So let's drag this image down and make sure that it's behind the correct ornament. All right, so that's our second ornament. So let's move the star out of the way. So right there, and let's grab that ornament and move it to right there. So we have 3 more. We got 2 ornaments and a luggage tag. So let us bring in the next ornament. Wait a minute, hold on. Let's close this out. Let's go up here, and I'm going to actually move this to make sure. Hey T Johnson, how are you? Welcome. The Miss Kitty Rose, Miss Crafty Creations. I am, hey Miss Social Dale, welcome. Thank you for joining us and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. And John 4, hello. Angelia Baker, hello. We are working on sublimating some stuff. So that's what we're doing. 7922. I think that was a U 7922, right? Yep. All right, so let's find this ornament, which is right here. We're going to download that template. And what I'm doing is showing how you can use Photoshop to make these templates super easy and have something to follow when you are creating your designs. All right, so that's extracted. We're going to go back into Photoshop. Let's place embedded and go to the desktop. And we said that was U7922, which is right here. Bring in the Adobe document, which this is here. I'm going to say, whoops, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's do that again since I wanted to delete it. Now, all right, and let's find place embedded, and this time I'm going to go to something different. Let's go DTF, and we're going to go to let's see. Let's go here. Let's do Dad, the Myth, the Legend, which even though it's round, not exactly for this particular ornament, but do we want that? That's round. Let's not do that. Of course, I get on here and get super picky about what I'm putting on an ornament. I think this is super cool, actually. A spaceship guy. I like him too, but this one is bigger and it's long, so we'll do this one. Alright, and now we'll shrink this down to fit over the top of this. Alright, and again, so the cool thing with using Photoshop templates, let's hope this works like it's supposed to. We're going to drag this down, and what it does is it gives us the outline, and generally what it usually does is kind of gives us a cutout. I don't know how to explain it. I'd have to show it to you on this. See how when I drug the Tumblr template, Photoshop template, it kind of cut it out of the picture for me. I didn't have to do anything or look really hard. And it did the same thing with the face mask here. It kind of like went ahead and cut it out and took away the border. And that's a really cool feature of Photoshop. All right, and so now let's go ahead and grab our next, oh, I haven't downloaded it yet, our next template. And we've done, I don't know very little as well on Photoshop. I'm going to have to replay this over to catch what you're doing. I will talk my way through it here in a moment a lot slower, all right, to help out. Hey, Pamela Bradley White, how are you? Welcome to join us today, and we appreciate you being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Definitely appreciate that. Let's pull in the luggage tag, U5503, because I have that luggage tag sitting right here, U5503. So what you will do, Sisters United by Love, and anyone else who is not super familiar with Photoshop and how it works, you come to the website. Say you purchased the regular luggage tag right here, all right? So you have this luggage tag, and instead of doing what I usually do, which is get a tape measure and measure from here, see what size that is, and measure from here, see what size that is, and then put a square on the page, and then try and fit whatever within the square, they give you a template to help you layer and lay out your images, right? So you come to the website, you type in which template it is that you want, or go into your resources, your downloads folder where you've made the purchase, and they'll have that template there. Then you do search, pull it up, and then you hit download now. Okay, so when it's done downloading, it will actually, usually it opens up just like this on your PC. Now I don't know if it does the same with Mac or not. If not, either way, you should be familiar with where your files are downloaded to. Once you find that zip folder, just extract it or unzip it. And once you get all of those files unzipped, you will have a folder in your downloads area that is an unzipped version of it. All right, so I'm going to go back into Photoshop, and because I like to print with 11 by 17 sublimation paper with my printer, I already have a canvas right here that's 11 by 17, so that all I have to do is lay out all the different little thingies I want to print out on one sheet and print them all at one time. And that helps me maximize my space, usually. So at this point, we want to get the template for this luggage tag put onto this canvas workspace, right? So we'll go to File, and then I'm going to Place Embedded, because I want that to sit on my desktop. So we'll Place Embedded. And then I'll go to where my downloads is, which this one was U something. Hold on. I'm going to have to look it up again. This one is U5503. So right here, U5503 is the folder. Double click it. And then the Adobe, because I'm working in Adobe, I'm going to grab the Adobe Acrobat document. Now, if I was using Corel, which I have that too, I can just bring in the Corel file, but I'm not. Right now I'm using Adobe. So let's click Adobe, and then I'm going to click Place. All right, and so it populates right here into my workspace. And you can rotate it if you want to. You don't have to. It can be helpful to go ahead and rotate it if that's the way you want to work with it. But if I click off of it, you'll see there's barely an outline right here. And then here's the yellow area of the luggage tag, which is this oval right here, to help you make sure that when you put the picture on this luggage tag, the part that you want to see is not covered, right? So let's grab something super cute. We're going to Place Embedded. So I'm going to grab a picture, and I'm going to put a picture on this desktop. I'm trying to think of what I want to put on here. All right, so let's go to, I'm going to go to my D folder. Let's go to Sublimation. And I'm going to put what? Where did I see that design? Watercolor animals. We did the watercolor animals before. And I'm going to put something super de-duper cute. Okay, so I really like this giraffe with the two little raccoons. They are super adorbs. So we're going to grab them and I'm going to size them down. And we're going to make them fit right here. And actually I'm going to size them down a little bit more because I'm going to center it, bring it up. And then I'm going to put my name down here at the bottom. Alright, and then I'm going to go a step forward even further just because I can and have a couple of minutes to do so. I'm going to grab this purple flower and I'm going to put it on here too, beside my name, just because. I'll put that right there. And let's find some greenery, just because I can. We'll put this fern looking whatever, because I'm not a plant person, don't know what in the world it is. Shrink it down, and we're gonna boom, put that right there. It probably looks horrible, but that's okay. It's mine. Alright, so let's grab the flower, and the, where are you? Flower, and giraffe, and my name, and I'm going to drag these down so that I make sure they are behind the template, okay? And, whoops, did not mean to do that. So that's done. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and print this so that I'm not wasting a whole ton of time. And later I'll cut this sheet in half, and then that way when I have a half of a job I can put that half sheet in there and we'll have something else to work with. Alright, so meanwhile let me switch us over to the heat press, because what we're going to do is go ahead and turn the heat press down so that we can get the face mask going. So the face mask was going to be at 385. So let's drop this temperature down to 385. And I'm going to let that sit there and cool off. Meanwhile, let's grab our sublimation paper, load it into the printer, and print out our ornaments and our luggage tag. Alright, and hopefully we are not having issues. Let me check my print settings. I'm going to switch y'all back over. Oh, that's what's wrong. And I'm going to check my print settings and make sure that that's where it needs to be. Yes, yes. Let's make sure it's mirrored. I don't want high speed. And we'll do, oh, wait a minute. There's one other thing I need to do. So one of the other things I have noticed with my Photoshop, the images tend to print dark. So I'm going to go ahead and brighten my images manually, because I want really nice bright prints. So give me a moment to get all of these bumped up, and let's see if I can do more than one at a time and save some time. Let's see. Image, nope, I can't. So one at a time. And I don't necessarily care that they're not all the exact same level. I just want them to be roughly about at least 50%. So that's why I'm not being super specific about the actual adjustment level being the exact same. So, alright. And now we'll print this puppy out. Okay. And there's that. So we have our luggage tag. We have, you know what? I don't have a camera on the actual sublimation printer, but it's okay. We have our luggage tag printing. We have our ornament printing. Now, cool thing is these are all double-sided. So I could do this again and do double-sided, same thing on the front, same thing on the back, or I could be ultra specific and do something different on the back. But what I'm going to do is just do the front, and then for the star and for the hoop group, we'll send it out to as a giveaway, and then you can do whatever you want on the back. If you want a Sir McQuackins and a hoop group ornament, it is here. All right, and we also did, I believe it's this ornament as well. Yes, we also did this ornament, or was it the other one? Hold on, which ornament did we do? Oh, I can't remember. Let's see. Why are you taking a while to print? Taking a while to print. Nope, it's this one. We did this ornament with the space guy on it. So we still have this ornament that we need to do, but we also have coasters. So let's switch up and do some coasters, all right? Because coasters are super awesome and super cool. And my printer is like, you're doing too much back here. So it is dragging right now. All right, so let me go to comments and make sure I'm not missing anything. Dad Prince, hello, how are you? Welcome. Andrea Ross, hey Andrea Ross, welcome, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We appreciate it. Hello, Leslie Ram, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We appreciate your support as well. Laura E, no worries. We're just sublimating random things. So the very same thing that I'm doing with these, we're doing with all the other substrates. The only difference would be if I have time, we'll do a mug, because I do have the Cricut mug press we can use with that mug. And I don't know where my shrink wrap is. I need to find my shrink wrap. So then we can do the shrink wrap. I probably should have left it on fast print, y'all, because now my printer is like, you're using too much memory. And so I'm over here struggling, and I can hear it, you know, I can hear it talking to me just like in that voice and everything. So, yeah. All right, so I'm going to actually leave the, oh, see, it sped up. It knew I was talking about it. I'm going to actually leave the Photoshop set up the way I have it, and we're going to switch to doing the bottom part of that page. But what I'm also trying to do is let that print out so we can go ahead and press those actually. So let's wait, because it sounds like it actually sped up. And then it stops as soon as I talk about it. Anyway, so let's go back to this. All right, so let's switch over to the desktop, and we will go ahead and do our coasters. So our coasters, and we'll do our koozies too, because the koozies look like they'll be fun. So we will pull poly cotton. Let's see. Let's do something easy. The tan rubber jar opener. We got the mouse pad. Mouse pad is cool. Who uses a mouse pad? I need to use one probably, but I don't because I use a trackball. Oh, face mask. We're supposed to be doing the face mask. No, I already got the face mask cut out. So let us do what? Let us do. We'll go ahead and do the jar opener. Why not? All right, so the rubber jar opener is JO524. So let's go to the website and type in JO524 and hit enter. It says there are no templates. So let me do JO524. 524 because I think I did J 0, but it's J letter O. So let's download that template. All right, and we'll extract this. And now that that's extracted, we're going to go back into Photoshop and we're going to place embedded. And I'm going to go back to desktop. And that was in JO524. And I'm going to get the Adobe Acrobat document and we're going to place. All right, so here is the circle for the jar opener. It is in position. I'm going to put it towards the bottom because I'm going to use the bottom half of this paper. And so now let's find something pretty to put into the background. So let's place embedded, and I'm going to go back to the watercolor animals because I thought that was super cute. And we're going to get the flowers, and we're going to put some flowers on here. Okay. Whoop! Oh, Lord, how am I? That's not what I wanted to do. Did it finish? No, it didn't finish. I thought it did. Why am I? Oh, because I'm hitting control. That's why. Supposed to be hitting shift E. Alright. So here's the flowers. And actually, let's do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this funny, or funny to me. And we're going to put the llama. Here he is with flowers, but his head ain't tilted the same way. So let's put him here with his head tilted. Error printing. It couldn't print, but it did print. I ran out of memory probably. Alright, so I'm going to put the llama right there, even though he's kind of off center. So I'm going to move him. Now that I think about it. Let's go up. Let's move you centered. I want you over some more right there. And since this is going to be for me, why? Actually, let's do something different. Let's go Arial. Let's do for the struggle. No. The struggle is real. Alright. And I'm going to bring this to the front. I'll bring this down. I have to bring it down some more. Well, where are these darn flowers? Oh, there they are. Oops, wrong thing. Nope, wrong flowers. Oh, there we go, floral giraffe. Well. So the layers are what bring them in front of each other. There's floral compilation. Make sure. Yep, there we go. Okay. So I was trying to put it behind it, but it was actually, I was trying to put it in front of it, it was actually putting it behind it. So if it's higher than it, then it'll be in front of it. Which I knew that, but I had a brain fart. And the struggle is real. So that's for the jar opener because, you know, who doesn't struggle with opening jars? And let's go to, oh, I didn't download the next one. Okay. So we did the jar opener. Let us do, where is it? I don't see it. That's crazy. All right, polycotton. Well, we got a car coaster, and we have, what, isn't that a coaster? I don't see that coaster on here. I know I'm overlooking it. So I can get the right, yeah, I'm overlooking it. No, I'm not. I don't see it. Oh, we'll just do the sandstone coaster. Sandstone coaster, SSC 016. 016. All right, so there's our coaster. We're going to download that. Yay, it finally finished printing. I should have known I can't be videoing and printing out stuff at the same time. And now that we have that extracted, SSC 016. So place embedded. We go to the desktop. SSC 016. So that's there. Let's get the Adobe document. Let's place it. Let's say OK. Here's that circle. And let us do, oh, sorry, check mark because we want to accept it. And now let's place embedded. I had one, I saw it. It was, I know what it was. It was in designs, and it was the one about the dad. So let's do that one. And let's shrink it down since it's a circle. Actually, let's make it bigger because I want it to do the whole thing and be right on the edge. Okay. So that's that one. And I'm going to stop it right there because obviously I am stressing out my printer to do anything else. So what I'm going to do with this one, actually, SSC, I'm going to hide the circle for that one. And I'm going to hide the circle for the jar opener, which is J0524. We'll hide the circle because I don't want to have to struggle to cut that out. Alright, so let's do file and, oh, nope, I don't want to print this. Let's go through real quick. Let's hide that. Actually, let's delete that layer. We'll delete that layer. We'll delete that layer. We'll delete that layer. Delete that layer. Nope, I want that layer. That's the one that we just did. So we can delete that layer. We want to keep that one. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Floral compilation. I want that. Let me make sure this is the right one. Yep. So I want that to be brighter. So this is all the fun stuff that you do. So whenever a customer calls and the customer is like, I want it to look just like this. I want it to be blah, 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 and I want my name. And then you're like, okay, well, it's you know, a coaster, you know, it's $10 because it's custom. Why is the coaster so expensive? I don't understand. That's because they don't realize that you're sitting here doing all of this extra work and, you know, you have to pay for all of this editing that I'm doing. So I think my thing just tripped. I'm sorry. No, it didn't. I don't know what that noise was. I don't even know what that is. I think that was one that. Oh, okay. We want that to be gone. 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 This one, did I lighten you already? Yes, I did. lighten that one already. What are you? We did not lighten you, so I want you lightened. All right, brightness, boom, 40, nope, 55, yes. Yes! All right, so this is going to print at the bottom of what we just did. That took 12,000 years to print out. So here is our luggage tag, ornament, ornament, ornament. And so I'm going to cut this and put it back in the printer for this bottom part to print. So I should have turned it the other way so that I could see where I was cutting it. That would have been kind. Alright, so here is the bottom part, here is the top. So I'm going to put this back in the printer so that we can print this. But I'm going to move it up on the dooflotchy so that it will, let's see if that works. Does that work? Nope, that did not work. Image, let's do deselect. Alright, so we have you, you, and you. And we're going to move y'all up to the tippity top so that I don't have to worry about y'all not printing properly. Alright, so let's put this in the printer. That is way over here. And while this is printing, I won't be messing with the computer, so it should print like it's supposed to. So let's see if I have cut off enough. There we go. And that should pull in. Okay. So now we have our other four that we can go ahead and sublimate. The heat press, we turned it down, didn't we, for the face mask. So with the face mask, I'm going to cut that out, and then we'll come back to our ornaments. Meanwhile, let's minimize this so that the printer can have all of its resources and print out like it's supposed to. Alright, so here's our face mask that I printed out earlier before we even came on live, and I'm going to cut along the outer edge. You know what? I don't see any comments or anything. Hang on. Let's pull that up. Okay, there we go. Hey, the missus, how are you? Meechy Black, hello. How are you? Laura E, hello. What type printer do I have? I have the Epson 7710. Epson 7710, which is the little sister to the Epson 7720. So the only difference between the two printers is the 7710 has one paper tray. The 7720 has two paper trays. So you can keep two different size paper in the printer at all times. That's the difference between the two. All right. And so here is the cutout for the face mask. And the face mask we will do, which I just had the face mask. What in the world? Got the whole bag of face masks, and I'm going to set it off to the side somewhere. Where did I set you? Oh, you're right here. Under my cell phone. All right, so here is, now, because the face mask is fabric, what is something I really should do to the face mask before we press it? Okay? What is something I should do to the face mask before we press it? Hey, Miss JB, how are you? Mrs. JB, Embroidery Diva. Hey, darling, how are you? Welcome. Shonda Coleman, always a pleasure. Do you use a specific brand of sublimation paper and ink? I do. Kingsbury Crafts, hello, hello, how are you? Love that folder of your watercolor, so pretty. It came from creativefabrica.com, which we have a special offer for the Baby's Booty members. It should be in the description box below. And that special offer is you can do a trial version for $1, no limitations, and cancel anytime. If you do choose to keep your Creative Fabrica membership, then it will continue on at a special rate of $19 a month, whereas other folks that log in and do it is more than that. Lint roll, yas, Marianne, yas. Now, oh, and Kingsbury Crafts, that is correct. Lint roll, lint roll, lint roll. Pre-press is a good one too. Pre-press is excellent. Now, what is something that I can do with the transfer since this is fabric? What's another option of something we can do because this is fabric? Meanwhile, we'll get us switched over to the heat press cam so that we can see what's going on with that. Yes, Shay. Yes, Melody. Yes, Happy Scrappy. Yes, lint roll. We's lint rolling the things, all the things out here. What is an option for our substrate since we are doing fabric? Oh, that's the right side. Side. Yeah, this is the right side because that's the back, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully we don't press the right side. I didn't pay that close attention. Oh, shoot, y'all, I forgot about the dog tag. We can use heat tape, or, yes, Marianne, we can tape this sucker down. What else can we do? We can use our Die Press Pro Spray, because it will stick to the fabric. All right, so we're going to set that right there just like that. And remember, we had to turn it down to 385. Let me make sure the time, because I think this was like 1 minute and 15 seconds instead of it being 60 seconds like the other stuff. And technically, if I'm the way I just felt on the face mask, it feels like I really should do a pillow behind it because of the edges on the border. Kind of gives it a little bit of a indentation, so to speak. I don't know how to put it. PFM44 is the model number of that. And this says we need 385 medium. Ooh, what happened to the time? Time ain't on that page. Go to this one. Let's see if the time is there. Nope, no time is there either. Well. 1 minute, 15 seconds. I thought it was a little bit more. All right, so I could torture y'all. No, we're not going to torture y'all. 60 seconds plus 15 makes it 75 seconds. So let's go ahead and bump this up to 75. Whoop. All right, and I really should use a pillow. I really should. But we're going to take this chance. Just like that. Boom! All right, so while that's pressing and counting down, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the dog tag that I completely forgot about. Yay! All right, so here is Lily's dog tag. Super cute! OMG! Even with the black outline. I like the black outline. Look, y'all. Oh, my gosh. It is cute. Aw, Lily is going to be spiffy. Alright, so what I will probably do, because that's beyond adorbs, is I'll probably put my phone number on the back so that if Miss Silly Lily takes off running, as she loves to do because she's a running dog, then if she gets found, they'll have a phone number to call and get her right back to me. So this you would press twice. In order to do front and back, I would just press what I want on the back side. Alright, so that turned out super cute. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we got a dog collar, we got a dog tag. Now we're doing our face mask. After our face mask, we'll go ahead and do our ornaments and our luggage tag. I'm going to double check the time and temp on those as we are getting our substrate, our templates taped to the substrate. So here we go, 3, 2, one, and face mask is ready. We have liftoff. All right, so here is the top cover, and as I said, I don't reuse butcher paper if I can at all help it, because I've had designs bleed before, and that's a horrible feeling. All right, so here is our face mask. I'm gonna go ahead and try and snatch this off, and it didn't work. Look at that. Boom, just like that. Oh, that's cute. That turned out cuter than I thought it would. Oh my God, look at there. I like that. That turned out cuter. I wish the pink was a little bit pinkier, but of course I'm sure that has something to do with me trying to tear up my printer the other night. All right, so we got us a face mask, y'all, with a wood grain looking background on it. Super cute. We got us a dog tag, super cute, looking super cute. Then we have us a dog collar, looking super cute as well. So let's move on to our next one. We'll go ahead and get the camera switched over to moi, and then we will take a look-see at getting our template attached to our ornaments. All right, so our jar opener and our coaster finished printing out, because I left Photoshop alone. We'll grab that in a little bit. But here are the other substrate templates. All right, so let's cut out Mr. Spaceman. All right, and then we'll cut out McQuacken. What was McQuacken? McQuacken's was going on the star, because the star didn't print. And then here's the other hoop group ornament and our luggage tag. All right, so one at a time. Let's go ahead and grab our space guy. I don't think the colors are going to come out quite the way I want, but I'm not going to worry about it too bad. This one is going to be for me. All right, and the cool thing with this particular ornament, it actually came in a little bit bigger so that I can have room around it where the black outline is. I don't know how well you can see that black. See that black outline barely there, and then you can barely see it on the opposite side over here. So it does have, I put it closer to the top outline here than I did down here, but that's okay because I wanted more of his head than I did his feet. So here's our ornament, and like I said, we can do front and back with this particular design. So let's switch over to the heat press because our tape is over at the heat press, and then while this is being sublimated, we'll work on taping our next ornament. Okay, so we'll go ahead and grab our butcher paper, and to maximize somewhat efficiency, we'll cut that in half. Let's get our tape, and we are going to tape this down. Since it's a hard substrate, we can tape it. I'm gonna need the bugs that are attracted to light to leave me alone. All right, and tape it down here. Now you can be overzealous or you can be doubly sure by doing some extra taping, but I feel good with that. Now this is at $385. I'm more than positive the ornaments are supposed to be at $400. Let me see, because I put a note on that one. Yes. Well, actually, let me double check, because I like to be sure. We don't want to melt anything. That one's 400. Ooh, that one's a minute and 30 seconds, so I'm gonna need to remember that. So let's open that in a different window. All right, our ornament is, sorry, I know I'm like away from the U7922. U7922. And let's go, oh, Well, I guess I could have left it where you guys could see it, but and for sake of time, 400 degrees, a minute and 15 seconds. So the same amount of time as our face mask, but we need this to be hotter. So let's crank up the temperature to 400. And we're doing this because that's what the manufacturer recommends as the temperature for this. So while that heats up, we'll go ahead and tape up our other ornaments and get our other ornaments ready so that they can go. So because that's an aluminum ornament, the star is an aluminum ornament, and this shape is an aluminum ornament, because they're all the same, we're going to go ahead and just get these ready to go. And then once that one comes off, actually you can sublimate more than one at a time. So let's see if we can't get some group effort going on around here for this particular project. Let me make sure. Okay. I have an image coming in. Where is it at? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I have a request. All right. So here is the one ornament, and again, it came in with extra space around it. So you can see the line all around the actual image, and it's enough the ornament, so you have more than enough space to keep the line from imprinting on the ornament like the dog tag did. I love how the dog tag turned out, but you may not want the line. So that being the case, this one comes in just a smidge bigger so that you have room. All right, and we need to tape that down, and I left the tape over there, so I'm going to set it off to the side. Now, again, with these ornaments, they're aluminum. I don't know how well you can see that at the very top of the star where the hole is. There's lint up there. You see that little bitty piece of lint? So if you were to sublimate that, that lint would be there. So you can lint roll this, but because it's a hard thing, I would use the alcohol and wipe it off. But I'm supposed to be ghetto. And wipe it off on my dress because I don't care right now. I want to make sure that it's done. And I don't see any lint on here because I wiped it off. All right. So we're going to put McQuackins in the middle of the star. Remember, McQuackins is a star. So I'm going to hold him up to the light so I can see where he is and get him centered the way I want. And slide you over. There we go. Slide you over some more. Okay. And there's McQuackins. Him is centered the way I want on the star, and you can't see him much on the back side except for his little bottom, but I knew that was going to be cut off. All right, and then the other ornament, let's set that right there so it doesn't move. Star, this, that. So we're all going to do all of this at the same time. So let's go ahead and switch over to the heat press cam and get this situated on the platen as well. Our 400 degrees has been reached, as you see, and if you were sitting close enough to hear, you can hear the temperature thermostat clicking on and off. All right, so I'm just taping this a couple of places. I'm going to move this up and lay the star right there, making sure it's on the paper. And now I'm going to grab this other ornament, and this one, we're going to put a couple of pieces of tape there. All right, just like so, and just like so, and we're going to flip this over and lay it just like that, and I'm going to make sure that that's on the paper, butcher paper as well. And let me get a bigger piece than that because that wasn't covering all of the ink. All right, and as we've said, 75 seconds, so we're going to let that cook. And while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and get the luggage tag situated, which the luggage tag I will show you. Actually, let me pull it up first so that we can get the temperature right. Luggage tag is where you are. Luggage tag. Oh, U5003. All right. And the time on that is a minute and 15, same time. Cool. So that works. We're at 30 seconds. So with the luggage tag, same time frame, and as you see with this one, it has an extra space around it as well. So we're going to tape that down and then get it situated and on the heat press as soon as those guys come off, and tape it down and get it going. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so here's these guys. Get this hot butcher paper off, and I'm going to set these up here so they can cool off. All right. You don't want them to move around too much while they're hot, because what will happen is they will ghost, meaning your image will kind of shift or look like it's smeared. So I don't want it to move too terribly much. So I'm going to carry the rest of these by the paper and set these up here. Let me move her collar down so that it won't get any what's the face on it. Okay, so I'm going to shift this just a smidge and make sure. Alright, and we didn't use this, so I'm going to put that down. And I'm going to take this. And then I'm going to take this. Alright, and we're going to put the template face down on top of the substrate. And we're going to do another piece of butcher paper ripped in half, and 75 seconds for that one. Alright, so what do we have next? We've got some koozies to do. We have a mug. We have a necklace. We have 15 minutes. 15 minutes for the rest of the show. So we got a couple of things we can try and sublimate in 15 minutes. So, oh, we have our coaster and our jar opener already ready to go, already printed. So we can grab those from back here. So here is the jar opener. And here is the coaster, sandstone coaster, and it has a cork backing with adhesive so that we can put the cork on the back. So we can go ahead and take this down too. Might as well keep this train rolling. So the struggle is real goes on the jar opener. We got 24 seconds left on that heat press. So let's get our llama already ready. And what did I say? Is this it? Sandstone is 1 minute and 30 seconds. And we need to find out what the jar opener is going to be. We have lift off. All right, so there's our luggage tag. Again, I'm going to let that sit for a brief minute so that I can make sure it doesn't move around too much. Meanwhile, we're going to come back over here and we are going to look up the not the jar, the jar opener, and see what the time and temperature is for the jar opener, because the sandstone coaster is right here, and the sandstone coaster is 1 minute and 30 seconds at 400 degrees. All right, so now we need to look at the jar opener, which is JO524. What did we say that time was? It is 60 seconds at 400 degrees. Awesome sauce. So let's go ahead and get that going on the heat press. We got 60 seconds. So let's drop this time down to 60. Okay, meanwhile, I'm going to slide this over to the convection oven top so that can cool off. We're going to get ourselves a piece of paper for our jar opener, which is right here. It's a rubber jar opener, so of course it's got the rubber on the back, sublimation on the front, and then you put it on a jar and open the jar. Who doesn't struggle with jars these days? And let's get another piece of butcher paper. And the jar opener is fabric, so we could use spray adhesive on this, or we can just tape it down. So this time we'll use tape. All right. And we're going to press. Hopefully that tape color doesn't transfer over to our stuff. Now, our first ornament should be cool enough, yes, to touch. So let's peel this off, and we hoop as a group. So we'll leave about a few minutes to do a giveaway with that. Then we have this ornament with Sir McQuackins. All right, let's see how Sir McQuackins turned out. Super cute. Super cute. Awesome sauce. So he also can be sublimated on the back side, so we'll leave some time for him. Then I have my spaceman that I'm going to put up on my wall. And he, woo, the colors are a little muted, but it's still, I do love how it turned out. He's awesome. Awesome. So here is the spaceman. And we'll show these better in the other light. 3, 2, 1, jar opener. We have liftoff. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. Did I not put paper on the top? Who didn't remind me to put paper on top? Oh no! Well, at least it didn't burn. And it didn't ghost. So that's a good thing. It's hot as the dickens though. So we're going to put that up here. And then our luggage tag is a little warm, but I think I can peel this off without too much injury. And we have a luggage tag with my name on it. Super cute. OMG. All right. So, we got our jar opener, which you saw, it sublimated, but because I didn't do the circle, you see there's an indentation there of where the paper was cut out, but that's my bad. I can do the circle and make it betterer. Alright, and so our coaster, we said, was 400 degrees, 1 minute and 30 seconds as well, right? So the reason why I kind of waited to do the stone coaster is because this is thicker than our other substrate. So I'm going to need to lighten the pressure on it. So let me test the pressure. Yeah, that's like way too righty too tight, lefty too loose. So let's come up. There we go. All right. So we're going to put that down, and then we're going to get this cut out. And once we do this, right. So now I'm going to actually set this on the face of it this way and take a look and center it. And now I'm going to tape it down like so. And because I was smart and taped it to the butcher paper, I'm going to use that butcher paper as the surface and use a new piece for the bottom. And, oh, nope. What did we say? 1 minute and 30 seconds. So that's a minute. Now we need to add 30. So that's 90 seconds. So let's bump this time up to 90. All right. And there we go. So there's our not car coaster. That's the regular coaster. We got quite a few things done, y'all. Oh, my gosh. I am so impressed with your patience and your skills and your watching and seeing what all we've been doing. It's just been fantabulous. Yes, it has. So let's come over here for our next 70 seconds. And we will go to moi and look at where we are. So we have a luggage tag. Super cute with the giraffe and the little raccoonies on there with my name. And then we have the cute llama. The struggle is real because we struggle to open the jars around here. And then we have Lily's dog tag that goes on her doggy chain, which is here is her doggy collar rather. Whoop. And it says Silly Lily. Trying to get it where it focuses. Silly Lily. So this is going to be super cute hanging from that. We have a face mask. These are size small. So this would be perfect for my daughter. Then we have an ornament that I'm going to hang on my wall because this goes with the theme of our business, our new business. And then we have two. We have a Sir McQuackins and we have a hoop as a group ornament that we will do a drawing for here in a moment. So we also have our more face masks, and we're out of time for our car coaster. Let's get lift off. All right. And that is definitely going to be hot as the dickens. So we are going to move this very carefully over to the surface of that. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. So let's go back over to here and we'll talk about all the awesome stuff that we sublimated today and some of the awesome stuff that we didn't get to. Okay. So the ornaments, we have these two, and then I have one left that was not sublimated. So we'll see about handing that out. All right, then we have, no, this ornament is mine. We did that one. That was cool. We have 9 face masks left, which I'll just do, for the sake of time, 5. No, let's do 4. No, let's do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 face masks. Can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I count right, please? Well, I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 face masks. All right. Then we have over here on the sublimation substrate table, we have necklaces, which I really wanted to do one while we were on the camera so that you can see how that works. But we have a wooden ornament. Okay. And then we have another coaster, which I need to look up what the temperature is for that. And all of these can fit in a smaller thingy. I really want to do a necklace before we leave. Tret. We'll see about doing a necklace before we leave because I want you guys to see the necklace. Those turn out absolutely gorgeous. Alrighty, and so those are keeping in with the time frame that we're working with right now and not going over too terribly much because we have like 6 minutes left. That is what we will work on doing a giveaway for. So let me go back, and I've missed all kinds of stuff. Roll. Spray adhesive, Miss Melody said that is correct. Hey, Anita Ware, how are you? And Sisters United by Love, me and Lint Rolling, as you see, I need to really put a sign on the heat press that says, did you lint roll it? And hopefully that would help me remember. Super cute dog tag, bet those will be a popular seller. They would, because folks love their pets. That's why I'm trying to say the sublimation thing is totally awesome, because what it does is it allows for you to find popular items and sell them. Y'all, I can't emphasize that enough, and how lucrative that can be. I'm trying to see how to do this. I think this is how I'm going to do this. Hold on 1 sec. Okay. Yeah, I think this is how I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's not going to work now that I think about it. Well, it might work. I don't know. This might not work. We're going to try and make this work. Y'all. Some kind of way we got to do a giveaway and make sure that it's kind of fair. And I ain't figured out how we going to do that just yet. But I'm still thinking. I think I know how I'm going to do it, but we got to figure that out. Let's see. I didn't know this was live. Yes, Tammy, this is definitely live. I was busy and been in pain, but here I am. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I understand completely, because pain is just a hot food mess around here, and it's been bad the last couple of weeks. Let's see. Mina Rowe, hello, how are you? Welcome. Sheila Cushionberry, you would think as many years as I've been watching her lives that I would remember, but tend to have many squirrel moments and get distracted. Yeah, I do. I forget. Don't get it twisted. I wake up in the morning and be like, what day is it? Is today Sunday? Oh, Lord, I need to be going live today. So, yeah. It be like that sometimes, especially during menopause, but we're not going to talk about that. Miss JB, Lightbox would be great for this. Yes, it would. To help line up stuff, it really would. Catherine Bass, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Where am I? Ooh, it looks like I'm getting caught up. That turned out pretty cool. A lot of stuff turned out really cool. A lot cooler than, especially with the images not being quite as vibrant as I want them to be. So I'm still working with, I'm glad it didn't go see the Sheila Cushionberry, because I would have been heated. But what I'm still dealing with is getting the colors good and sharp with the printer, but it doesn't help that I tried to kill it, and it didn't help that some ink jets are clogged. So because it's not printing at its full capacity, the inks are not going to put down in the amount that they're supposed to be in order for it to look as vivid as it should. So you have to keep that in mind too, that if you're having issues with your prints being vivid, it could be, especially if you've let the printer sit, it could be because you've got some clogged ink jets. So it's interesting how that technology works if you break it down. It really is. Sisters United by Love say they all came out so good. I'm loving them all. Thank you. I need a second jar hubby when mine isn't around. I know that's right. She said my sister always calls her jar opener her second husband. Hilarious. Wished I wasn't out of commission. Would have loved doing many of these sublimation projects on Cantu's ribs. Make everything. Ooh, girlfriend. We hope you recuperate very quickly. Training was awesome again. Thank you. Really appreciate you taking the time to explain Photoshop. You're welcome. I understand. I plan on trying some in the hoop doll stuffies when I can. I was thinking of subbing grandkids' face. Oh, on the dolls. That would be cute. That would really be cute. Anita Ware, you're welcome. Andrea, hello, my dear. How are you? Marge Campbell, how are you? Um, let's see. Looking into getting a sublimation printer, Leslie Ram says, but my husband keeps telling me to hang on. That would be a great, perfect Christmas gift. He says that definitely would work for me. And the cool thing is, by waiting towards the end of the year, newer printers are coming out that are easier to use. So, like for instance, with my printer, I had to convert it to put ink tanks on the side, whereas now a lot of the printers that can be used for sublimation already have ink tanks. So you just pour the ink in the tank, and you don't have to worry about fighting with cartridges and you know, ink lines running and making sure they fit, because that's, I mean, you can't see it right now, but like my printer top stays open because the ink lines, I don't have it where the lid can shut. I chose to set it up that way. So you wouldn't have to go through all of that with some of these newer printers. So yes, that may not be a bad thing. Lottie Castro, thank you very much. Miss JB says, I want to do earrings. They have earrings as well, if I'm remembering correctly. We'll look and see. You're welcome, Leslie Ram. So let's see. How am I going to do this? Now, I tell you what. If you are interested in how am I going to do this? I really want this to be fair. Okay, so we'll do it one of the ways I don't really like to do it. And, well, because I really don't want to mess this up and be frustrated because it didn't turn out quite the way I wanted it to. Let's try one time doing it the way my brain says that this is going to work and see if it's going to work. And if it works, then great. If not, then we'll try something different. And okay, so I have chosen 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 random numbers. 10 random numbers, and I wrote them on these bobbins, okay? Hopefully you didn't see what those numbers were. And what I'm going to do is put them in something and shake them up. And you can choose a number between 1 and 100. And if you pick the number closest to it without going over, will win whatever it is. And the cool thing about doing it this way is if you don't want this, like this can be the first thing. If you don't want a wooden ornament, and it will come with the, wherever it is, it'll come with the string. I do have the red ribbon somewhere, right here. I just had it. I'll find it, and it'll come with it. But if you don't want it, then you don't have to guess a number, okay? If you guess the number, the closest number to the number I pick without going over, you have to send me your address. You have to send me your address. If I don't have your address, I won't know where to send it. I don't read minds, and I don't know your addresses. So, y'all guessing already? It ain't even ain't picked the thing yet. Come on now. Wait a minute. Time out. It ain't started yet, because that's not gonna be fair either. All right. So when I say go, I'm gonna type in the chat, and then when I say go in the chat, anything after that, you get one guess. Okay, one guess, please. No multiple guesses. If I see you guess multiple times, you're not gonna be qualified. One guess to keep it fair, because we can all guess all night long. One guess, and the one closest to it will get it. Email me your address, all right? And I'm going to put the email address in the chat, okay? So I'm going to do that first. I'm going to put my email address in the chat. The babies. Whoop. BOTY@gmail.com. Okay, so first off, that's my email address. If you pick the right number, the closest to the number chosen without going over, email your address to that email address. If I don't get your email, if I don't get your mailing address in that email address after the show, I don't know where to send it, and your prize will just sit here for forever because I have so many prizes that folks just don't claim. So, you know, and that's okay too. You know, you don't have to claim it. It's just going to sit here. But email me your address if you win. All right, so I'm going to type go in the chat here in a moment. You get one guess, okay? One guess to find out what it is. Don't place all your equipment on one table. Head table collapse. Head press. I've been afraid to test everything to see if they work. I was in my TV but came in to win. That works. Hey, Simone Langley. There's actually 2 tables here, and I don't put, well, the one printer is on this one desk. It's a glass desk. So my desks are made out of glass, so I don't really put equipment on my desk because I'm afraid of that. But that one over there, that thing can hold me and 4 other people on it, so I'm not worried about it too much. But thank you for the tip, and that is a good thing to keep in mind. Okay, so I'm going to type go in the chat. All right, you get one guess. All right, I'm going to pick the number first, but you get one guess after I type go, okay? So the first thing up is this wooden coaster. And because I'm picking at random, the next thing that we pick and choose, the number may be the same. I don't know, but we're just going to pick first, and then I'm going to type go, and your guesses after that is what will count, okay? All right, so let us pick the first one. All right, it's in my hand. I don't know what it is, and I typed go in the chat. So pick a number one time. You get one guess. One guess for the wooden coaster. If you win the wooden coaster, then you don't get to choose on any of the others, okay? So keep that in mind. I have it in my hand, and it's 6 minutes after 11, so I know y'all ready to go to bed. And then here shortly, I'm going to say stop. And when I say stop, that's the end of guessing for the wooden coaster. So you guess one time. I don't know what the number is. Matter of fact, I don't even remember what numbers I wrote down. I ain't going to lie to you, so, you know. All right. A couple of people guessed the same number. So in that instance, I'll figure something out. All right. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I have stopped. Okay. So the number that is on this is 18. Can you see that? Is 18. That's a horrible looking number 8. I know, I apologize. My handwriting is trash. I was rushing. So we already did stop. So let's see who guessed the closest to 18. I see 13. I see 21. I see 19. And it looks like that's over. I said without going over. Oh no. 17. Kingsbury Crafts. I have Kingsbury Crafts. She guessed 17. So Kingsbury Crafts, you get the totally cool wooden coaster. Let me put your name on it right now while I'm thinking about it. And please, for the love of everything beautiful, if you want it, please send me your address. Please send me. I can't emphasize that enough. Email me your address to thebabiesbooty@gmail.com. Okay? All right. So here you have the wooden coaster. We're going to try not to do too many things tonight so we don't keep y'all online all night. All right, so that worked out pretty good. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. All right, so let us do again. I'm going to say go again. And this time I'm going to give it 10 seconds because a couple of folks were saying numbers after the stop. So we're going to do it again. So this time is going to be a hardboard coaster. This is a hardboard coaster, and it's got the cork on the back. And if I'm not mistaken, there is a plastic that you peel off before you sublimate on it, and I'm going to try my best to remember to tell you that, but there's a plastic on this. You have to take that off before you sublimate it, and this is a coaster, okay? So here's that, and I'm going to say go. What was the range? Guy interrupted when you mentioned numbers. The range is 1 to 100. So don't guess over 100 because I didn't write any numbers over 100, but I don't remember what numbers I wrote. So, but 18, I went ahead and took it out, so 18 isn't there anymore. But the next number is, and I didn't write the same number twice, so here is the number. I don't know what it is, so I'm going to say go. And go is in the chat. Whatever number you guess one time, and if there's a tie, I'll have to figure something out, but hopefully 2 people won't guess the same number. If I see a tie, then I'll do a tiebreaker. All right. So this is for the hardboard coaster. As I mentioned, it has cork on the back. You will need to take the plastic off the front in order to sublimate on the front of it. And like I said, if you win, please email me your address. Please email me your address. Please. All right, so I'm getting my thing ready, and we're going to shut this down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's stop right now. And the number on this bobbin is number 3. It is number 3. Again, a horrible looking 3. So let's see who is the closest without going over. I see Patrina is number 2. And so far, Patrina is the closest. She's number 2. Could go with the first person correct as the tiebreaker. That's smart. Thank you, Sheila. Sheila Cushenberry, you know what? You're the MVP in this channel, because you be coming up with some stuff sometimes, and I just be like, that's Sheila Cushenberry. I love Sheila Cushenberry, and she's awesome sauce. So thank you. I appreciate that suggestion, because, you know, I need help sometime. But anyway, Patrina, you are the correct answer. Uh-oh, and it looked like I'm starting to buffer, too, y'all, so we got to hurry up and wrap this up. So Patrina, that's the only name I see, because I think there's another closer name. But Patrina, email me. The email address is in the chat. Okay? Please email me. I don't know your email address. I don't know your address. So please email me your address so that I can send this to you. First name, last name, street address, city, state, and zip. Please, Lord, please. Y'all help me out. All right, our next one. We are going to do the blank ornament. This is a blank one, and it will come with the red string. All right. It will come with the red string. I don't know what's on here. So let's go. Go ahead and the one who's closest without going over wins, closest to the number that's on this bobbin, and you can get the ornament with the string that you can sublimate. And remember, sublimating this was, what was it, 400 degrees for a minute and 15 seconds, 75 seconds. So that's, and you can sublimate the front, then you have to sublimate the back. After it cools down, then you sublimate the back. So this is a double-sided ornament. Good night, Marge Campbell. All right, and we are going to shut down the guessing in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One guess, and let's stop, okay? Let's stop. So the number on here is number 2. The number on here is number 2. I know it's scratched out something beside it. I remember scratching it out, but that's number 2. So the closest to number 2 without going over, which is going to be like really rare because it's just one digit. Uh-oh, nobody got that. So what I'm going to do is make an executive decision so that we don't have to go through this again and get the closest number that went over, which was before I said stop, and that would be Sisters United by Love. Sisters United by Love, you guessed it, prior to me saying stop in the chat, and so we're going to, or saying chat, saying stop rather. So Sisters United by Love. Alrighty. So please email me your mailing address. Now our next thing is going to be for, if you're interested in the Hoop is a Group ornament where you can sublimate on the back, okay? You can sublimate on the back if you're interested. And that one, we will pick a number. And I'm going to type go here in a moment. Even though my dogs are acting up. And go. So if you're interested in We Hoop is a Group, you get to sublimate on the back side. You do get a ribbon with it, so this will be an ornament that commemorates our group. And as I mentioned, this is 400 degrees for 75 seconds, a minute and 15 seconds if you're interested. Whoop, whoop. I'm glad it fell on the mat. I don't want you to have something that fell on the floor. Oh, like floor. The mat is very clean under there. I apologize. We'll make sure that there's nothing wrong with it. There are no scratches. So we have this ornament, and then we have the McQuacken star ornament. So don't forget about him. He's an option as well after this. So I have the blue here to write the person's name because we're going to stop in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stop. That's it. No more guesses. And the number on this one is 46. 46. So whoever was the closest to 46, let's see if we have anybody in the 40s. We have anybody in the 40s, so we got to look for the 30s. I got 2 31s. 3 31s. Oh my gosh, 3 31s. So let's go with the first 31. Who was the first one? Was Catherine Bass. Or is it Bass? Please let me know which one it is. But Catherine, you were the first one to say 31. Thanks to Sheila Cushenberry and her wise deciphering skills. It just amazes me. You get to get the We Hoop is a Group ornament. Okay? So I'm going to write you down. Alrighty, and there you are. So you were before I said stop, and I even gave it time afterwards to make sure that folks, even with the lag, get to come through. Alright, so if you're concerned about the timing and me calling out the number and the guesses, make sure that you click the live button at the bottom to make sure that your stream is fresh and live so that you don't have that extreme delay and miss out on guessing because it can look interesting. All right, so Sir McQuacken star, we're taking 46 away. That's no longer an option. So we have Sir McQuackens here. Sir McQuackens, again, he will come with his red ribbon. You can sublimate on the back, 400 degrees for a minute and 15 seconds. All right, so we are going to type go, and then you will be able to guess. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so go is in the chat right now. So go ahead and guess. And as I mentioned, we have Sir McQuacken's star ornament that's up for grabs. And he is super cute, and you can sublimate on the back side of him. And I have the paper ready to write your name down. If you won, I'm going to put my email address in the chat again. So please email me if you won. All right. That is the email address. Send it there. Send your email address there. That's where I'm going to look for your mailing address. And if you send me your mailing address, your name, your address, city, state, and zip, and I'll ship it out to you. If that stuff's not in there, I can't ship it, y'all. Come on, work with me. All right, so we are going to shut down the guessing. We're going to shut down the guessing in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so we're shutting off the guessing for this one. I'm going to type stop. And we're going to see, did stop type? Stop didn't type. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm going to type stop. Okay, there's stop. All right, so the closest number to what I have in my hand is number 2. Is number 2. Why I picked so many low numbers, God only help me, I don't know. So I guess the rest of the numbers are going to be higher. That's an inside tip, I guess. Number 2. So who is the closest to 2 without going over? I have number 5. That's over. I have Phaser right. Phaser right. Phaser right. You guessed again with the same number. No worries. The number was number 2. So Phaser right. You are the star ornament person. If you want it, be sure to email me. I put my email address in the chat. So email your mailing address, name, address, city, state, and zip to that email address in the chat, and you can get your star ornament with the red string emailed to you. All right, so we have 5 masks. I have 5 masks, and I'm going to try not to keep y'all too much longer. So we got 5 guesses, and I have 5 dooflachies left. So let's go. I am going to type go for a face mask. If you want one, it is a small face mask. It's a small adult face mask, okay? Small adult face mask. So, you know, you may not be interested in a size small, and that's understandable. But if you want to test it and see how it, you know, just to sublimate one or just to have one or just to win something, fine by me. So we got 5 of them. This is the first round. Matter of fact, no, I'm not going to do that. Here's the first one. Here's the first one. Do, 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 do. So it is a face mask. The face mask said 385 degrees, if I'm not mistaken, at, I want to say 60 seconds. Let's look at that. 385 degrees for 60. No, 385 degrees medium pressure for a minute and 15, seconds. A minute and 15 seconds at 385 degrees. We're going to stop the guessing in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Don't feel bad if you don't catch this one, because we got 4 more face masks to guess on. So I'm going to type stop right now. So any guesses after now will not count, okay? So the number that is on this one is 88. Is 88. A goofy looking 88, but 88 nonetheless. So let's see who got the closest to 88 without going over. We have, I see 55. I see 28, 67. I see 67. So Willa Allen. Willa Allen, if you will email me your name, address, city, state, and zip. All right, this has your name on it now. The next face mask, we took 88 off the board, so now we have another, and I'm going to type go. Be sure to type your guess in the Daddy. Okay, hey Daddy, how are you? All right. If you want the face mask to sublimate, good night, Kimberly. Best day ever shop. Have a good night, my dear. Another face mask. Go ahead and guess if you would like. I have the number. Don't know what it is. And again, 385 degrees, a minute and 15 seconds. You can sublimate on the face mask just like we did tonight. We have this one which turned out super cute, and it's a little bit small, but that's okay. It's a size small adult. All right. Oh, let me get the post-it note to put on there for whomever it is. And like I said, be sure you email me at thebabiesbooty@gmail.com, your name and address, full name, full address. And we're going to close this out in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that's it for the guesses. And the number on this one is 73. 73 in my chicken scratch handwriting. Diana Henderson, I see, is 71. So let's see if anybody guessed 73. No. Sheila Cushberry was close at 69, and Designs by Deshelle was 75. They all was close, but 71 was the closest without going over. So we have Diana Henderson. All right, so Diana Henderson, congratulations to you. And we have 3 more, so 1 more to go. We'll go ahead and start the numbers. So go ahead and guess again. Oh, let me pick the number. The number, did I? Now I have the number. Don't know what the number is, but I have it. So go ahead and guess. We have 3 masks. This is the third, third mask, and then we have 2 more. If you're interested, we gonna send it to you. Uh-oh, it look like I'm buffering, so we're gonna have to wrap this up, y'all. We gotta wrap this up. I'm using up too much energy. So let's see. This is for a face mask. A minute and 15 seconds on the heat press at 385 degrees. It is a size small adult face mask. And we're going to wrap this up really quick because I'm buffering. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right. So this one is 24. Meechy Black, I know, I see I'm buffering, that's up. This one is 24. So we're going to hurry up and get the rest of these done so that we can, got a storm. Oh no. Be safe. 24, so let's see. Veronica was at 22. Let's see if anybody was closer. Embroidery Diva was 24 on the nose. Make sure nobody else said 24. No. So Embroidery Diva. There you are. You get a face mask, my dear. You get a face mask for your sublimating pleasure. Congratulations. 2 more to go. The last 2, I have it in my hand. I'm getting ready to type go. Give me a sec. Let me grab it on there and go. Go ahead and guess for the next to last face mask. Next to last face mask on deck, a size small. black on the outer rim so that you can sublimate white. So if you wanted an all black face mask, you would just sublimate the background of your design in black. It would be super cute. On the heat press, 385 degrees for a minute and 15 seconds. And let's get our post-it note. And we're going to shut this down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I'm getting ready to type stop. Any guesses after I type stop is null and void. Alrighty, so the number I have is 55. Stay alive, 55. Alright, so let's see who gets the closest to 55 without going over. Tanyu is at 53. So let's see if anybody was closer than that. Let's see. Uh-oh, DJ McClellan was 55 on the dot. So DJ McClellan stole it. Oh, wow. Oh, this was a tight race. DJ McClellan, 55. So give me a holler at my email address. Give me a holler with your email, not your email address, email me, babiesbooty@gmail.com with your mailing address, name and mailing address. And now the last one, there are no more. It's in my hand. I don't know what it is for the last face mask. And let us go ahead, and I'm going to say go so that I don't keep y'all all night. This is the last one. It's 11:30. I didn't realize it was that late, y'all. Oh, my gosh. Y'all family and spouses and friends is going to be like, y'all can't watch her no more. She talks too much. My bad. It's inherited. So we got another face mask. Last one, you guys. Last one. And this one, again, 385 degrees. It's rimmed in black. You can press it for a minute and 15 seconds. It will be mailed to you, U.S. first class mail. And that is if you remember to send me your name, full name, address, city, state, and zip. And I will have my husband stay on my butt until these go out in the mail because y'all know I forget everything. So I might forget. I'm going to try real hard not to, and I'm going to have him remind me, okay? All right, so the last one, we're going to close in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you very much for participating in our giveaway tonight. I'm clicking stop, so no more guesses after that will be eligible. And I want to thank whomever was the closest to picking number 97 with my chicken scratch handwriting. 97. So whoever was the closest to that wins. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Who was the closest to 97 without going over? Looks like it's going to be Shonda Coleman, because Shonda Coleman guessed 91 without going over 97. Andrea Ross was so close with 100, and Kristen Smith was close with 99. I appreciate y'all guessing, though. So, Shonda Coleman, please be sure that you send me your full name and your mailing address, please. And I will get these out in the mail to you. So thank y'all. I enjoyed it tonight. It was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to sublimating more stuff with you guys. As you see, I got a table full, more stuff to sublimate. So we're going to have to do this again really soon. I may do just a Facebook sublimation party, and we give away the rest of the face masks and some other stuff maybe. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the week. But before we go, you want to see the coaster, the sandstone coaster, the last thing we did? Let's take a look and see what it looks like. I'm going to bring it over because it has cooled off. So if you want to see how that turned out. Oh no! Look, it didn't even turn out. Look, it didn't sublimate. So did I sublimate the wrong side? I might have sublimated the wrong side. I didn't know there was a wrong side. So I'm going to have to sublimate this again, y'all. Let me make sure I did it for the right time frame, because I'm pretty sure it was 400 degrees. That's the mask. This is the sandstone coaster, 1 minute and 30 seconds at 400 degrees. So I might have did the wrong one. Place substrate face up, transfer face down. So I'm going to have to do this one again on the opposite side to see if maybe that's what happened. I don't know what happened because we did 1 minute and 30 seconds, which was 90 seconds. So not sure. But anyways, we'll try this again. I'll try it again tonight, actually, and see what we can. Do I want to try this tonight? I don't know that I want to try this tonight. I'm tired. So I'll try it tomorrow, and we'll post the results to see how it turned out. Because I don't know why that didn't sublimate, but at any rate, sometimes these things happen, y'all. So you guys have a great night. I appreciate you hanging out late with me. I apologize for going over 35 minutes, but it was fun. I tried to sublimate as many things as I possibly could, and I wish I had had more things available to go ahead and press, but it allowed us to see how to work with the templates in Photoshop. So that was pretty cool. All right. So thank y'all for hanging out again, and I look forward to seeing you sublimating more stuff in the Facebook group. All right? Y'all have a good night. Bye. Don't forget to send me your address if you won. Bye. Have a good night.